And my job is to protect everybody, the whole community, even the stupid people that show up to do dumb stuff. I'm gonna show you that they always been bums looking for crumbs.
Because there is a demonic spirit over Dalton. I have never seen anything like this in my life.
Tiffany Henyard finally speaks. The mayor of Dalton and the supervisor of the Thornton Township held an event and streamed it on Facebook. I caught some of that stream in the car, so I was able to watch the whole thing. And she was supposed to bring the tea. She was supposed to bring the proof that she's innocent and everyone else is the problem. Was she successful in this?
And that's all I'm telling you. I'm going to come in on a landslide. And when I do, make sure y'all in the rooms to go tell that. Because the lies that you have told is so heartbreaking.
Of course not. From claims about her recall to her accomplishments, all the achievements that she highlighted, let's just unpack this and talk about some of the things that she said. Let's get into it. Henyard kicked off by addressing what she calls the smear campaign. She argued that politics, or politricks, she likes to call it, is full of trickery designed to deceive the public. Okay, that's politics in general. And here's the problem with this whole speech. She didn't really present any receipts to back up any of her claims. It's the same rhetoric we've heard before. I'm letting you know right now, if you're looking for concrete evidence, you're out of luck. It's just narrative shifting, blame shifting, same old, same old. She thanked her community for the unwavering support. Henyard leaned heavily on the idea that she's a victim of a systematic efforts to discredit her.
My work speaks for itself. I want people to just judge me on my work and not judge me on hearsay. Because this is not high school, but yet and still, we still treat it as though we're in high school. It's a big smear campaign going on that a lot of people don't understand or see, or a lot of people are so asleep to the fact of how politics work. Politics is hard, and I call it politics because all it is. It's tricking people to believe a narrative, which I feel that's what they have tried to do. And I'm going to use the word try because a lot of my people in my community still supports your super mayor. You should be glad you have someone young that's vibrant, relatable to the youth. I am reaching the youth. I am a triple threat, let alone a double down threat. And that's what people don't like. I'm the first African-American female mayor of Dalton. Of course, we had other black mayors, but I'm saying I'm the first female and the youngest.
She's always framing herself as being young and vibrant, but let's be real, she's in her 40s. And it constantly bothers me. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm 40 years old myself, and I have no problem with it. Growing older isn't a problem. It's a gift. I've gotten wiser, sharper, and less concerned with the nonsense that consumed me in my 20s. Henyard, on the other hand, seems stuck in keeping herself in this young and vibrant bubble. But here's the thing. You're in your 40s now. Own it. All the people that are watch this channel, my 40 and up crew, where you at? Drop your age in the comments. Be proud. Forget these young whippersnappers. They ain't got nothing on our wisdom and our experience. We're the OGs, and we're thriving right now.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
But I digress. So politics is dirty. That's not much of a statement that we don't know. And Henyard's tenure has been packed with tons of controversies. Now, she talks about the recall effort.
Never would I have thought when I became your mayor in 2021, going in 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, would I be facing another recall? Because that's what my board did to me. And y'all asked me what happened. 2021, I was facing another recall that I just told you the previous mayor tried to recall me. And then now I'm going in with people that ran on my back, on my ticket, my coattail.
The recall effort didn't just materialize out of thin air. It's tied to major disagreements with the board of trustees and accusations of overstepping her authority. And she had a lot of issues with her leadership. Let's take a moment to talk about the trustees who are running alongside Henyard. And some of these folks had a lot to say during this live stream.
So now I'm gonna let you hear from Tanika. Tanika is running for clerk here in the village of Dalton. So we're gonna let you hear from her.
For those who don't know, in 2016, I ran for clerk and lost by about 120 votes. That was a little disheartening, but as time has went on, I've watched the town slowly. The clerk's office start putting the information on the website. They started doing things a little different. In 2021, I declined the opportunity to run again for other reasons. And then when Mayor Henyard asked me would I like to do it again, I actually went to her first and said, in 2025, I'm running with you for clerk. And one of my things when I said in 16 I wanted to do is be transparent. You have to stay neutral as the clerk.
Amen.
Your job is to record the record of any meeting, be it trustees meeting, be it whatever meeting that's going on in the village, you're supposed to record that. You're supposed to go there, sit down, record it, be video or be audio, take minutes or whatever. You're supposed to be there as a neutral party.
Next, we have Miss Linda Terrell. She's running for a trustee. Go ahead, Miss Linda.
Hi. Most of you people here probably know me already. My name's Linda Terrell, and I work for the Senior Transportation Department at Thornton Township. There's, I'm a people person, and I'm not about a lot of messiness and things of that nature. And the thing is, if elected, I'm clearly all about the people only. I'm not going to get involved in any messiness. We have to bring, we have to bring, we need to bring prayer in Dalton, because there's a demonic spirit over Dalton. I have never seen anything like this in my life, and no matter how much you try and explain yourself or explain the situation, it never changed. She's been explaining herself forever. She's been telling you, well, this is not true, this is not true. And no matter what she says, nobody's listening. And I look for the research. I'm like, she's right. She's telling the truth.
And their words carried an interesting mix of loyalty and spin. Interesting with that one trustee talking about creating their own propaganda, which is something you probably shouldn't just say out loud.
And I'm sure when people leave here today, I'm hoping that you would do some fact checking, and pass it on. We need to create our own propaganda, but with the truth. Spread the truth.
It seemed to underline their coordinated effort to control the narrative, which at this point I don't think they have it. Each trustee played their part in propping up Henyard's image and their unwavering loyalty. But of course, they're trying to be trustees themselves. It's fine, it's politics, it is what it is. Each trustee seemed eager to echo Henyard's claims of victimhood, emphasizing that they're just trying to do the right thing for the people. They kept talking about bringing the community together.
I don't got time for the drama. I just want to see my community better. I just want the Black and brown communities to see their worth and stop allowing people to just give you crumbs. I want better for us. I want better for Thornton Township.
Unfortunately, Henyard has failed at that at every turn. The whole situation is a complete mess. A prime example of promises made but not kept. The problem is, their attempts to shield Henyard may resonate with her loyalists, but everyone else is just another chapter in Dalton political circus. Now, Henyard claims that she faced multiple recall attempts when she was a trustee and obviously as a mayor, painting herself as the target of relentless opposition. She asserted that the recall when she was mayor was baseless, saying that neither the appellate court or the Illinois Supreme Court found any wrongdoing.
So when I made it in 2021, they already had a plan for me. Little did I know. And that plan was to recall me from office. We went to court literally the first month in. I ain't even get the seat to get warm yet. The judge said, what did she do? Why are y'all in here? Already, right now, recall her? What did she do? Did she do something malice? What did she do? They said, no, nothing. We go to court again. Now, this y'all tax money, right? They keep saying who doing what. I'm telling you, if you just listen, who's doing what? Who's spending your money? It's not Tiffany Henyard. We go to appellate court. Now, this still costs. Now, remind you, the only person that's making money off of us, meaning Dalton residents, is the attorneys. That's it. And that's another segment I'm going to have about all these attorneys that's coming in here, making money and running to their good, nice neighborhoods. I ain't done nothing. But I'm facing this recall because somebody said something, put it on paper, and filed it. So you got to still fight against what somebody say. Denied. Okay. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go. Here we go. Let's go try to do my job. Go to the Supreme Court. This how they wasting y'all money. And this is what I'm saying.
Illinois Supreme.
Yeah, Illinois Supreme Court, right? This is what I'm fighting with. I just got in office. And I'm fighting with the board that I just brought into office. Them snakes. Them devils. The ones that's really corrupt.
But let's clarify that. Public records confirmed that a recall was initiated by the village board. Her claim that the courts dismissed it outright as baseless is not quite accurate. The courts ruled on procedural grounds, not the merit of the recall itself. It's winning on a technicality, not because the case was invalid. Remember, when they actually had the vote, she did lose the recall vote. But the problem is, it's about making sure that things are done the right way. And they weren't done the right way. And that whole "I never did anything wrong" statement, that's a stretch. Let's talk about all that money she spent on travel. Over $100,000. If that's not illegal, it's definitely unethical and downright incompetent. Tiffany Henyard seems to have a knack for spending money. She really missed her true calling. I think Henyard should be a party planner. That's what she seems like she likes to do. She likes throwing out events. She likes to hang out and have fun with people. You don't need to be a mayor to do that. But also, if you're going to hire her as a party planner, let's be clear. She needs a strict budget and absolutely no authority to hire anybody. That'll be just my suggestion for her next career move. Think about all the events that she's thrown. The ice skating rink. This isn't just bad optics, it's an insult to every taxpayer in Dalton. Spending that kind of cash on luxury flights while the village struggles with basic services, that's a slap to the face of the people who trust her to put the community over herself. So the recall, it wasn't just about petty disagreements, it's about holding someone accountable for mismanagement. That was so obvious. That's why there's so much people interested in this story. It's hard to believe. Henyard's spending habits alone made a strong case for the villagers' frustration. Also, during her speech, Henyard lashed out at the Board of Trustees, as usual, accusing them of blocking her initiatives for political gain. That's politics. She cast herself as the lone fighter against the hostile board intent on derailing progress. But here's the thing. While Dalton's board and Henyard have obviously clashed over the last couple of years, their actions weren't necessarily purely to obstruct. For example, freezing non-essential spending was in response to concerns over questionable expenditures, not necessarily an act of rebellion. The lavish trips, the promotional banners plastered with Henyard's big face, those things raise eyebrows. Fiscal transparency isn't just the buzzword, it's kind of important. And Henyard also rattled off her accomplishments, the street repairs, the tree trimming, that spent a lot of money on that, community programs, emphasizing her connection with the youth because remember, she's youth, vibrant, and she's in touch with what's hot. But think about it, these are just basic duties of a local government, not groundbreaking achievements. She loves self-promotion. She calls herself the super mayor with the banners overshadowing meaningful progress, the fact that she can't get her team of trustees and the clerk to work together at this point. That would be a bigger accomplishment if she was able to get that done. And also, she came back to slam the recent Township Caucus. I'm sure you guys already know about that. That's why she's not even on the ballot. She calls it a dictatorship orchestrated by her political enemies, Napoleon Harris and Thaddeus Jones. Henyard claims the process was intentionally designed to exclude her supporters, alleging voter suppression at its finest. Videos they're talking about the chaotic scene outside the caucus with residents chanting to be let in. According to Henyard, the locked doors and disorganized setup were clear attempts to undermine her campaign. So she believes that this proves her political rivals are desperate to push her out. So we'll see, again, she's going in court dealing with this. If her claims hold any weight, it will definitely have a lot of issues that will tarnish this entire process. But again, without solid evidence beyond the rhetoric, it's hard to say if this actually is going to work or not, but we'll see. This is funny when Henyard frames that entire situation as a dictatorship when so many people have the same issues with her. Henyard also brought up the alleged threats against her and her family, saying that she canceled the board meetings, the Thornton and Dalton, on police and FBI advice. According to House, there was no threats that he saw, no threat reports. So, but she still claims that the situation happened. And the problem is when people did show up at her house, there were protesters. I believe they stayed across the street from her house.
So I'm glad I was able to clear that up. The last thing that I'm going to talk about before I end this live is the threats. What day was that? I think Monday. Monday, we had a board meeting here in our village of Dalton. I sent out a letter saying that I'm canceling the meeting due to the threats that we received. Believe it or not, my police department called me first, and they told me, Mayor, we think you should cancel the meeting because of threats that we have. Later on, I know that I did, and I know they did, contacted everybody. The state's attorney, the FBI, everybody. Even residents contacted the FBI, which I thank you guys for that. And it's a shame that people bully you behind a keyboard, it's sad. When they put the threats up, people have reported them. And when they reported them, that's what led the police department to say we should cancel the meeting. Once they sent the letter out, I wrote my letter advising my residents of Dalton, don't go to that meeting because it's not safe. And my job is to protect everybody, the whole community, even the stupid people that show up to do dumb stuff. Protect you too, because you got a mom or dad that really care about you. The wannabe mayor still said they're having a meeting. That person then said there's no threats. How you know there's no threats? We sent y'all the letter too. We told everybody. The trustees, we told everybody of these threats. But yeah, everybody want to play because nowadays people are crazy. When that threat happened, y'all know what happened after that? Because everybody said there wasn't no threat. Right? Anybody in here know what happened after that? They came to my house. They went to my mama's house. But wasn't no threat though, y'all. Wasn't no threat. That's what they said. Wasn't no threat. Yeah, they were disrespectful to my parents, my baby. Y'all know my child's 5. I keep telling y'all, single mom. But all these threats happen.
The problem is, Tiffany Henyard seized on that situation as an excuse to avoid meetings. The moment the protesters showed up, she used that event to basically say that's the reason why I didn't show up in the first place. It's a classic move, deflect and dodge while blaming the chaos on everything else. And I think wrapping up his speech, he said the usual things: fact check, the numbers don't lie, promising to bring the receipts to back up her claims. Voting is going to happen soon. I don't know what she's waiting on. I mean, if she wants to win, she needs to start bringing out these receipts soon. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So Tiffany Henyard's speech was a mix of defiance and self-defense. We've seen this countless time and time again about what she's doing. She paints herself as the visionary leader under attack, but the reality is far more layered. It's a complete mess of the entire Southland in general. Extremely corrupt. Everyone has a problem with each other. A lot of it's personal. A lot of it's, oh, someone didn't do this for me a couple years ago, so now they can't do this. Everyone has skeletons in their closet. This is not necessarily just Henyard. I mean, she just seems like the worst of the lot, but it's so much problems in this community. It's not a surprise that these things are happening. So we'll see what happens. Let me know if you guys checked out the Facebook stream. Put in your comments below. Tell me what your thoughts on it. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.